Hello everybody, it's Friday lunchtime and we're here at the factory, which is the BCHA sort of social enterprise place, and we just had a homelessness reduction board away morning, I suppose you could call it, looking at the strategy for trying to end homelessness in BCP. Quite a lot to do in 3 hours, but a huge privilege, guys, that we as FaithWorks are represented on there, and that's partly due to your having such excellent work right across the pitch in this area. So there's a homelessness website coming very soon, which will be super helpful in terms of getting good information for you. So I'll hopefully have a draft version of that in the coming week. It's interesting here, listening to the guys talking this morning, temporary accommodation, it's such a key issue. We haven't got enough of it, it's not the right quality, and actually there's not enough move on. We all know this, but the board this morning was saying we must focus on that as being an absolute priority. And the other priority coming down the line from government, some of you will have heard me talk about this, or you may have seen it yourself, is the government strategy to end homelessness nationally is that if sleeping happens, it should be rare, seldom and non-recurring. That's the phraseology they're using, which is definitely to be welcomed. It's how you actually go about doing that. So there's lots of stuff there which actually we're contributing to help make that possible, aren't we? So the Hope into Action houses, the second house, as I think you probably all know now, is open in Hamworthy, and we've got a family in there. The church there is supporting it, and Joe and David doing a great job of getting alongside them. So hopefully we've got a third house coming online soon. So that's really great. And also we are responding to those needs of individuals. The front door of Half Time is there, and some really innovative stuff around how we do the laundry that Claire and Emma and Mikey are talking about, maybe trying to move it up to the storehouse. But I just want to give a big shout out to Georgia, Candice, David and Claire, who somebody came to the office on Tuesday, an ex-client of ours, and it was in a really bad state, but you guys got alongside him, spent time with him, got him into temporary accommodation, or into what we call our Good Samaritan housing for a couple of nights, and it looks like he's going to be able to get more sort of longer term housing coming out of this. A troubled soul finding help, and thank you that you were there for that. One of the other things the guys talked about this morning was we're going to have a homelessness conference in BCP on the 14th of September, and that's going to be a chance for us to make sure everybody's up to speed what's going on, but also come with creative thinking going forward. And talking of events, we said we wanted to get our events all sorted out for this summer, so there's some specific things coming down the line for us. We want to have a tell our story, or even tell my story type event on the 24th of June, which is a Friday late afternoon, 4:30 to 7. And the idea of that would be to ask you for clients in different areas who might be willing to tell their story of how they, with your help, have walked out of a crisis situation, a really hard situation, into something with more resilience. So if you could start to be thinking whether there's any people who'd be willing, either on video or in person, to tell their story. What we want to do is to use that as a way of telling our story as FaithWorks, and we can sort of show people the new logo and the branding and the website and stuff like that, but actually we want it to be about the individuals who we're working with, not to do a sort of awards ceremony, but to do a celebration of the fact that people are turning their lives around in various ways, big and small. So we'll get a diary entry out to you so you can see that, but if you could just be thinking of any individuals. The week after, we're going to have a prayer week, and we're going to encourage our mission churches to hold some sort of prayer activity during that week to encourage those churches to be praying for all that we're doing. And then what we'll put in the diary for, we've plonked for a day, the 4th of July, Monday the 4th of July, to go for our away day. Maybe we should do something American thinking about it. But anyway, Candice can advise us on that. But Team Away Day on the 4th of July. And what we want to do some long service awards for volunteers, because some of them have done an amazing job for a long time and we haven't been able to celebrate them because of COVID. So what we're going to do is come to, I know many of you hold volunteer celebration events in your different areas, and what we'll do is within that context where people already know their teams, we want to come and do to celebrate those who've been with us a long time. I'll come back to you more on that. So if you're doing any sort of volunteer event, do let us know. Well, we're talking about events. The Lone Parent Fair for Smile is on the 28th of this month, 28th of May, which is a Saturday. If you can help, please let Rachel know. She'd love to have your help. And if you know any pamperists, now this is the word I'd never heard of before, but Rachel introduced it to me. These are people who maybe could do nail treatments or hairdressing or any other beauty treatments. We're desperate to find those pamperists. So if you know anybody who might be willing to give their services, please, please, please let me or Rachel know. That'd be great. Talking of Smile, lovely little story again this week. Someone who's they've been working with within the Smile community, has been volunteering at Pool Pantry and has now got, at Waste Not Want Not, I think, and has now got a job there. And no, at the pantry, that's right. Just fantastic to see somebody go through that, sort of being part of the community, volunteering and now getting a job. It's great. And there are other little victories. We're starting to use that terminology. We've actually set up some way of recording little victories for people on Charity Log, for those of you who know how that works. It's just lovely to hear that you're helping people with their steps forward to make those little victories. So I heard someone from one of the food banks has helped somebody get into work and is now going to church with them this week to see what that's like for them. The recovery team were talking about the fact that one of their longer term people they've been supporting is going off the Teen Challenge this week, which is going to be just huge for them. And another person, 3 or 4 months sober, is now working 3 days a week down at the storehouse, and they're coming back saying they're absolutely loving it and it's giving them purpose in their lives. So that's all about that alongsideness which we love. And so if you need some help for your own sort of feeling, it's a bit hard, then there's some great verses I found in the Message on Romans 8:26. God's Spirit is right alongside helping us along. The Holy Spirit keeps us present before God. What an honour that is. And what an honour it is to work with you guys. Thanks so much. Have a good day, weekend. Keep going.